catastrophically on the wanker over there. That is catastrophic. Try it out. No. On the wank again. On the wank again. That. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Oh, it's a bit damp. That's a bit damp. Still on the wank a bit there, aren't you? Still on the wank. You're still on the wank. Let's try that. Let's try. Oh, that'll do. I can live with that. I can live with that. Right, let's see if anybody turns up. And if anybody does turn up, I will explain what the heckity heck I'm doing. Or shall I just have a little sleep? That would make a good live stream, wouldn't it? Live, sleeping with Boaty. Oh God, I'm so tired. I could do one of those AMSR things and just point the camera at the howling rain outside. God. Oh. Good morning, high ice days and holidays. Yeah, it is a bit damp in here. It's absolutely howling it down with rain. So obviously, what happened this morning? Well, we got to the yard. It's absolutely piling it down with rain. Those mad buggers are getting absolutely soaked trying to do things. And I thought, well, bugger that. I'll come into the caravan and get warm and dry. I'm absolutely soaked through. I'm miserable. I'm sleep deprived. Slightly hungover. And I thought, sod it. I don't want to freeze to death or drown outside in. I mean, the yard is just a swimming pool. Shall I show you outside? Yeah, come and have a look. Ugh, you didn't get damp in here. Oh, it's nice and warm here. Not nice out there. Whereas in here, heat, light, warmth. Oh God. Yeah, apart from that, it's all good. Fuck yeah now. So basically I'm just waiting until it's I'm just killing time until it's lunchtime. I've got absolutely no interest whatsoever in pissing about with cars in this weather. I do, however, have an interest in lunch. So, yeah, I'm just going to hide in here until it's lunchtime, basically. I mean, I could take you on a walk around the yard and show you what they're doing, but I want to try and dry out first. I'm absolutely soaked. Oh, it's pissing it down there as well, is it? Yeah, I'm not surprised. Oh, God. This is fun. I'm not sure if I've ever done a live stream where there's only 1 or 2 people watching. It's quite enjoyable. Takes the pressure off. And it shows no sign of slowing down or stopping. Ow! Ow! That's spiky. At least my shoes are drying off a bit now. Right, you look at the rain while I have a fag. Oh, you had another cracking curry. Excellent. What, from us? On Friday. Excellent. HW100. Hello to you. There's a username I don't immediately recognise. Oh, a few people creeping in now. I'll tell you all what happened this morning when a couple more people creep in. Excuse me just for one moment while I do something unmentionable out of the door. Bear with. Oh, is this falling over again? Keeps happening, that does. Bloody hell. So, you know, they're arsing about with Nigel's tailgate. Honestly, don't see the point. I mean, on a day like today, I've shown you, the yard is like a swimming pool. It's absolutely wet, miserable. Now, if you're doing it for a living, like if you're a professional garage and you've got to repair things because you're contractually obliged to do it, fair enough. But when you're just pissing about with your own car, why do that on a day like this? It's horrible. It's miserable. Just stay inside. In fact, stay at home. Don't even go to the bloody yard. Stay at home and do something there instead. Look, there's Mustard just walking by. Looks like he's getting water. Must be making more tea. Honestly, today is a day for stay in bed. If you've got nothing to do at home, don't get up. Just stay in bed until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, or when the kids come home from school. Yeah, look at him trudging down the yard, soaking wet. What's the point? Could make yourself poorly as well at our age. Mustard's knocking on a bit. Can't be doing him any good getting absolutely soaked to the skin and cold. And I should have stayed in the hotel until kicking out time instead of dragging my ass out at 9:30 this morning. 9:30. Outrageous. And I'll tell you what happened at breakfast in a minute. Oh, brilliant. HW100, another new subscriber who's come, subscriber, tricky chap's words, another new subscriber who's come from Sean's channel. So welcome to you and welcome to all of the new subscribers. It's absolutely lovely to have you here. Rover Joe is with me. Rover Joe. Boaty, good morning. Good morning, Rover Joe. What are you up to today? Oh, and naturally, high ice days and holidays. Had a curry from our restaurant on Saturday, and he says it was fabulous. Oh, Danny, lovely to meet you, Danny. Barry Scrotter has become a channel member. Thank you, Barry Scrotter. Channel memberships are available from just 99 pence per month. And what does channel membership mean? Well, it means that you're supporting me and the channel and whatever the hell it is that I actually do in these things, because I'm not absolutely sure, with a small monthly sum, and in return you get early access to the daily diary videos, you get advert free access, and you get some channel member only videos, and you get other stuff like I can't remember what the other things I promised you were. Free momos, lunch if you come and meet me in person or come to the yard. I think if you're a member of the top channel member tier, then I think you have an automatic right to live with me or have the guest suite whenever you want it at the at Windy Bottom at the cottage. And I think I dress up as a French maid and make food for you and just wait on your hand and foot. I can't remember the exact details, but it's something like that. It's bloody horrible today, says Rover Joe. It's sodding well it is. Joe, you're in your bedroom on the computer doing some graphics work. Well, you're a sensible chap, Joe. I mean, perhaps you can't see, but if you live anywhere in the UK in around the Midlands or the Northlands, look out of the window. It's horrible out there. It's an awful day, and it's a day for staying in your bedroom. These mad people, they're up there at the top of the yard in the lockup of eternally soiled underpants. And they're doing mechanical things. They're getting soaking wet and they're going to be miserable. And I'm being sensible, and I've come into the caravan and I've turned the lights on and I've turned the heat on and I'm drying out. Hello, Mr. Boaty. Hope you're well, says Dan Peters. Hello to you. Oh, you're waiting for the breakfast story. Okay. Oh yeah, Vicky Michelle in that uniform. I'll go along with that. Yeah, sorry about that, Barry Scratty. You're stuck with me. Yeah. I might take you up there to have a look at what they're doing. We can laugh at them. You can tell them that they're idiots as well. I'm just waiting for my coat to dry out a bit. I'm absolutely, honest to God, it's being out there is like being in a bloody power shower. Right, I'll tell you what happened at breakfast then, shall I? My first day at a Premier Inn. Now, for those who don't know, I've had a couple of stays at the Travelodge by the sea in North Wales. And on both occasions, I managed to successfully blag a free breakfast. And my subscribers were very keen that, see, it's your fault, I'm taking no personal responsibility. My subscribers were very keen that I try the same trick here. Doesn't work with Premier Inn, I can tell you. Because for starters, you're in a different building. You have to go to the pub next door. So I marched in, heading towards where I thought the breakfast stuff may be. And somebody actually, and I was called. And he said, have we paid for breakfast, sir? I said, yes, trying to carry on. And they said, name, please. And they pulled out this clipboard with all the names of people who paid for breakfast. And of course, I'm not on there, am I? I said, room 9. She rang the bloody hotel and said, no, you haven't paid. Your room only, you worthless piece of scum. £10 if you want breakfast. Oh, well, bugger that. And we were having lunch, so we weren't going to have breakfast today, you know, unless we could blag a free cup of coffee and a bacon sandwich or whatever. So I had an awful cup of instant coffee in my nondescript hotel room, and at 10 o'clock we headed here to the yard, stopping at Greg's at a local petrol station, where I had a slightly less awful cup of coffee and a sausage roll, which wasn't as hot as I would have liked it to be, but never mind. As Sean says, still working out what the channel is about. Right, that's a very good question actually. What is my channel about? Well, it did, well, Tracy did try to answer that. I'm not absolutely sure. It's just about everything that happens around me, I suppose, which makes me sound very arrogant and self-centered, doesn't it? In fact, Boaty's World is a bit of a bloody arrogant and self-serving channel name, isn't it? It wasn't intended to be. I just wanted to be able to put any old crap up and justify it on the basis that, well, it's stuff in my life that's happening to me, or that whatever, and therefore it counts as being part of Boaty's World, and that's kind of what I do. So I do stuff about the restaurant, which is a very big part of my life and my world. I do stuff about my little car collection. I do stuff with Captain Mustard, my best friend, the yard here, where Mustard and I have got oh, you might not know this. Well, the newbies won't know this. Captain Mustard, who, you know, the long-haired Camp Jesus type bloke. Well, there's more of a damp Jesus than a Camp Jesus this morning. He and I have got a kind of lifestyle business, Mustard and Boaty Do Cars, in which, in theory, we save cars that might otherwise not end up in a good place, and we give them a little bit of love, and we find new homes for them. And the idea is that we try and make a tiny little bit of a profit, little bit of pocket money for us along the way, and that all takes place at the yard here. So there's a fair bit of that on my channel, although I'm normally only at the yard once a week. Monday's my day at the yard because Monday's the day that the restaurant is closed. Obviously this week's slightly different. I was here yesterday, obviously stayed overnight, and I'm here again. You'll also find a lot about food on my channel because food is very important to me. Obviously there's a professional connection because in the restaurant we sell food. It's quite a traditional business model for a restaurant. Is it your own restaurant? No, it's not. I know Sean said that he thought I might own it, but I definitely don't. Again, this gets a little bit complicated. The chap who owns the restaurant and other restaurants, because we are well, we're two at the moment. It's kind of a family affair. and I was adopted as part of the family. I adopted them, or they adopted me, or a little bit of both, about 7 years ago. So I'm now an honorary Nepali citizen. It's Nepali family, Nepali restaurant, and yeah, we are just we're literally family, and that's the way that the restaurant operates. We operate as family, and whilst I'm an adopted part of the family rather than a blood part of the family, it makes absolutely no difference. However, I am partners with the guys in other things. We're going to be opening above the restaurant, as some of the long-termers will know. We're going to be opening Boaty's B&B, an Airbnb type place in an old pub premises, and that will be me in partnership with Bish, the big boss, and I'm in another partnership. It is a little bit complicated, but no, that's a long answer to a short question. No, it's not my restaurant. So there we are. So that all falls under the channel, and like I said, there'll be a lot of food stuff because I'm a massive foodie. Oh, and for those who don't know, I am single, live alone, and I am divorced. Now, since I was divorced, I've been in 2 long-term living together relationships, but I'm not in one at the moment. And when I first got divorced in 2016 or 15, whenever it was, I started the UK Singles Network. That's www.uksinglesnetwork.com, I think. I always forget that website address. And I bang on a lot about food in there because when you're single, and especially if you live alone, it's very easy to fall into the habit of eating badly. And that can have a deleterious effect on both your physical and your mental health. Whereas I've found that making the effort to cook well can have a very positive effect on your physical and mental health. So I'm forever banging on about that sort of thing, and I enjoy food very much. I'm also, it should be noted, I am very poor. Financially, I'm very poor. I live on a very low income, a relatively low income, and I kind of live beyond my means. I've got cars that I can't afford. UK Singles Network is also a charity, and I put my money where my mouth is and support my own charity. So I'm always skint, basically, or I'm always nearly skint. So a lot of the cooking that I do, my meals tend to cost under £1 per meal. So you'll find a lot of food stuff on the channel, and you find a lot of stuff where I try and show you easy, cheap, healthy, nutritional dishes that you can easily cook for 1 or more, really quite cheaply. Seems like a long drive to work, says Danny. The restaurant is about 18-19 miles away, but it's quite a rural drive to work, so it's not like driving 20 miles down a main road. But it's such a, well, I mean, it's no fun when there's snow and ice. It's not been too bad this winter, but if you go back to last winter, have a look at some videos, you'll see some videos of me trying to get to work through 4-foot snowdrifts when there are cars abandoned and crashed left, right and centre. So that can be fun, but most of the time the drive to work is an absolute joy. So there you go. it's difficult to describe what the channel is about. Oh, and there's also, which might be even more confusing, I've got a thing where I share what I love with people that I love because I think that they might love it too. So you will find other like third-party videos on the channel, like Two Fat Ladies, some Clive James videos. Clive was a friend of mine, and just things that are not all that easy to find on the internet. I make the effort to put them up there. I don't earn any money from them or anything like that. I just put them up there because I think you might not have seen them, and if I love them, I think and hope that you might too. So, excuse me again. I might take you up to the top of the yard in a second. We'll see what those lunatics are up to. You'll excuse me while I just have a quick puff. Oh, and again for the newbies, if you're wondering about this, Mustard and I have been friends for coming up 2 years now. And the first winter where we were spending, he spends this, you know, he's in the yard here every day. I'm here once a week. But the first winter was bloody hellish. And I put a shout out with, oh, here comes the damp Jesus again. What's he doing this time? And one of my subscribers, a lovely guy, well, one of our subscribers, because he's also a big fan of Project Nigel, which is Captain Mustard's channel, is Pingu Concord. And Pingu very, very kindly arranged this caravan for us on a kind of permanent loan basis. It's a 1984 German Buccaneer little two-berth caravan, and so yeah, this is where we hide out when the weather is pants. I'll tell you what, yeah, okay, Robojoe, let's do that. I'll put my damp coat on, which is a little bit drier now than it was when I first got in here. I'll take you with me and we'll have a wander up and we'll see what those mad people are doing up there. And you can see what a rainy winter's day in the yard is really like. Oh no. Ow! Fuck! Okay, right, I can leave that there, can't I? Oh, ow, there's something spiky in that. Right. Now, if I turn you round, here we are. Now, hopefully I won't lose signal. You still there? I'm not going to be able to see your comments while I'm doing this, but I'll come back and catch up with the comments in a bit. Okay, here we go. So that is the caravan. I won't show you this bit, it's messy. Right, let's here we go. Oh. So it's not easy to get to and from the caravan, as you can possibly see. It involves a bit of, that is the lavatory of eternal doom, or as I like to think of it, the lavatory of last resort. Oh, hello, there's a bit of jeopardy. No bog roll. Think twice before heading for your daily and then these are cars that we have, these are Mustard and Boaty do cars. This is a car that we we went and rescued from Lytham St Anne's at the seaside, right on the coast. This is a lovely car, Rover 623 GSI, quite rare. We rescued this from Norfolk way somewhere. We went bloody miles to get this one. This is a relatively recent car. This is Janet Jackson. And this came from, this was local, relatively local, Yorkshire somewhere. This isn't a Mustard and Boaty do cars car. This is strictly a Project Nigel car. This is mine. This is one of mine. This is a very, very rare car. His name is Sir Richard and Lady Morris, which sounds unlikely, but there's a jolly good reason for it. And if you're a fan of Faulty Towers, you'll understand why it's called that. Very rare car, Rover 45 V6 connoisseur, one of only 38 left in the world or something like that. This is in the yard waiting for the garage next door to do a little bit of work to it, so it just failed its MOT on a couple of bushes that need to be sorted. And then yeah, so Richard and Lady Morris, but known and loved as Dick-a-Dum-Dum. So Dick-a-Dum-Dum will be coming home with me very soon. This is a Mustard and Boaty do cars car, except it's not anymore. It is sold, and this is the car that Neil and Sophie came up to collect. Yes, yeah, that's correct. This is the car that we came up in. This is mine. This is the Honourable Stigbert von Thundercock, who is an MG ZT190, which means that he's the V6 2.5 KV6 model. Then we've got, I'm not sure which one, that's either Dented Doris or Dented Daisy. And they're kind of identical. I'm not sure which it is. That is an aeroplane somewhere up in the cloud. They're coming into land at Ringway Airport. That's another of my cars. That's Brian. This is Fred the Shed that really needs to be scrapped. This is James, another Mustard and Boaty car. Right, let's go and see what they're doing. So here up at the top of the yard, we have the lockup of eternally compromised underwear. This is another Mustard and Boaty car, very rare one. This is an early press release, it's a very early press car, Rover 45. And then we can see what the damp people are doing.
Boaty, Boaty, it's your little friend. I'm called Mustard and everybody knows me. Who knows me, you know. And if you don't know me, then you don't know me. Now fuck off and go somewhere else.
And that, my lovelies, is the kind of thing that I have to put up with. So, yeah, I mean, as I said to you earlier, these people are buggering about with the car. It's a personal car. They've got no reason to be doing this in the rain, and if they had any sense, they'd stay at home or go to the pub, because it's a miserable day to be out doing anything like this. But they're doing it, and they're grown adults. They can take responsibility for their own actions. They're poking their little finger through a hole and enjoying that. You know, it doesn't take... Do you mind? This is a live stream. And you're just...
Is it really a live stream?
It's really a live stream, yeah.
It's not. Hello, Boaty. After the kind of thing that you did last night, I reckon that putting your cock in there was really
Will you stop talking about my cock?
You should leave it in your trousers then.
You'll be upsetting Rover Joe. Rover Joe is watching this. He's in his bedroom.
Hello, Rubber Joe.
I've got a cup of tea. It's half consumed and relatively cold.
He's camp. He's damp. He's a campy, damp Jesus. He's Jesus and he's camp. He's Jesus and he's damp.
Well then. Now then.
It is a live stream, Mustard, says Rover Joe.
Why are you doing the live stream now?
Because I'm bored. I'm bored off my tits. I don't want to stand up here getting wet. I'm in the caravan. No, I require alcohol for that.
Oh, is that what I am?
Yeah,
Are you drunk and hooker?
yeah. No offence, but I couldn't do you. I couldn't do you sober.
You could be you at least could be making videos. I can't do that.
Well, you could do if you just. Oh.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What? See? There's a point. All this is top secret, and you're putting on a bloody live stream.
Oh, is it top secret?
This car's coming out of the yard, transformed. And you've
You put it on Facebook. You put a picture on Facebook. How is that top secret?
Yeah, but that's just a picture.
Right.
Right.
Okay, well, we'll go back to the caravan then. Fuck you
Is that what
and
it was?
everything you stand for.
Is that what it was all the time?
Yeah. It's cold and wet. And what am I going to do? You're doing big boy mechanical stuff. What am I going to do? Watch and feel inadequate?
Yeah. And then tell us how inadequate you feel.
Uh,
Do a live stream.
well, so this is a top secret car that I'm not allowed to show you.
Well, it's not really top secret, is it? But the whole video won't be coming out until the end of the month.
Right.
So I was just going to collect all the bits and have like a really big video for you to spend all evening watching.
Right. You know I wouldn't watch it, don't you?
No, I don't. I think you'd watch it even if you say you want me to. You will watch it. Because Boaty is my biggest fan.
Okay, well, now we can... Well, this is like...
Biggest fan.
It's like art eating itself now. We have to... We're now watching Mustard making a video.
Not for long enough. Right. Now then indeed, it's time to get the bloody wiring out the hole. How easy will that be?
He is quite a fan of the casual trouser. You can see there. Right, it's wet and miserable here. I'm going to head back to the caravan.
What do you think I do here? I don't come here.
What time were we having lunch?
Oh, do you want to go a bit earlier today?
Yes?
Yeah, I thought you would.
Yeah.
Well, what time is it now?
Probably
11:30?
12:05.
Oh, 12:05. Gentlemen, go back to your caravan and prepare for lunch. Too wet and cold out here. Well, actually, it's not that cold, but it is wet. I'll go back and see if anybody's commented on anything. I miss Dick-a-Dum-Dum. Now, Dick-a-Dum-Dum was supposed to have been done on Thursday, but they were ill next door. That needs cleaning. Nice little car, this, actually. This is a very nice car, too. And this is the caravan who is called Mr. George Roger Boaty. And there is an official George Roger Boaty song. And if this wasn't a... Oh, it's nice and warm in here. Right, let me plonk you on here. You're all covered in rain. Turn you round. There we go. Oh. I need to give you a wipe with something. Hold on, let me get my coat off. Oh, gosh. Let me, where's my, here we are. Pardon me while I wipe you. I know it's a little bit intimate, the idea of me wiping you. But, you know, I mean, we are good friends now. I'm sure you won't mind being wiped. There we are. There we are. Oh, now let's catch up with you. Oh, that's all a bit close up. What's going on there? What have I done to the screen? Ah, that's better. Are you on the wonk? You know I can't deal with you being on the wonk. There we are. Iris Boaty, otherwise known as Andrew Buttigeek. Hello, Boaty. How's the old noggin? All right, actually. I was too tired to get really, really drunk last night. I mean, I was definitely tipsy, but that's because I was just overtired. So, you know, even a tiny little bit of alcohol was more than enough to send me over the edge. So I'm not doing too badly today. I'm not hungover, so that's a blessing. You are correct, Joe. It is the rear trailing arm bushes that Dicker Dum Dum is waiting to have done. Live from the lockup of Lost Libido. I would love a yard, says Danny. They're a mixed blessing. Janet and the R8 are both diesel. No, Janet is diesel. The R8 is petrol. It's 214, isn't it? It's the 14K series, I think, if memory serves. Oh. Gosh, yeah, 12:10, so it will be lunchtime soon, and that will be an entirely separate video that I will bore you senseless with at some point over the next week. What you'll find, Danny and anybody else who is new to this, that I tend to get quite a bit of content on a Monday, and then I'll spread that over the course of the next week. This week is all a bit odd and weird because I'm not at home, and because I'm not at home, I haven't got Wi-Fi, and because I haven't got Wi-Fi, then all of the footage that's being filmed on 3 different phones, 3 different cameras, normally all of that footage goes into the cloud and is then downloaded to my iPad here or my MacBook, and that's where I do the editing. Obviously I can't do that when I'm away from home, so there ain't going to be any videos going out until tomorrow, I guess. Tomorrow morning when I get a chance to do some stuff. So I don't think there'll be a video tonight, but you will get a live stream tonight as well. Back to normal, Tuesday night live, 11 o'clock when I get back from work. Obviously I'm back at work today, so I can't be too late leaving the yard because I need to drive home, which is from here it is a good hour and a half drive. In terms of distance, it's only about 55 miles, but those who've seen the journey from home to the yard or vice versa, it's quite a convoluted 55 miles, so it is a good hour and a half. So I need to get home, get showered, get changed, back to the restaurant tonight, and then after work, as soon as I get home, straight into a live stream. So yeah, Tuesday night live, 11 o'clock will be happening. Oh. Right, my lovelies, I think I might leave this one there because I suspect we will be going for lunch before too long. And as I say, that's going to be a whole different thing. So I just thought it'd be nice to catch up with you for a little while this morning. Thank you for thank you for putting up with this nonsense. And I will see you tonight, 11 o'clock, Tuesday night live. Cheers, guys. Have a good day. Stay warm and stay dry. Catch you later.